Hello, it's Monica from Crafting with Quilling Lady, and I hope you've got an amazing day. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create personalized, simple and cute birthday card with a hedgehog. If you like this card, I really hope you'll enjoy today's tutorial. I'm going to use two design papers from Winnie Wonderland collection from Polkadoodles. Also, I'm going to use some scraps I've got left over from my previous project, so yes, you can keep them and use them for lots of different projects, and I encourage you to do so. So here I've got square panel that will fit on 6 by 6 inches card base, and to add a little bit more color and interest, I'm going to use Distress Oxide ink in Kitsch Flamingo color, and using my ink blending tool, I'm going to apply it on all the edges. I really wanted this card to stand out and be very beautiful, so I thought that pink and hedgehog will go together very well. If you agree, please let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't checked Polkadoodles website, it is amazing with lots of beautiful digi-stamps but also background panels. For my focal element, I'm going to use cutting die from Crafter's Companion called Regal Frame, and this one comes from Rose Garden collection. So first I'm going to die cut our front element using the same Winnie Wonderland collection, and using that die and beautiful digi-stamp Earlie Hedgehog Dandelion, I'm going to place my die and turn it over, and I'm going to use it as a template. So if you don't have any oval nesting dies, I encourage you to use that trick. I always encourage you to use some low-tack tape so the cutting die doesn't move when you create your shape. And this is crucial because we want it to look professionally finished, right? So when this is ready, it is time to cut it out. And I'm going to use my scissors to do it, which is super quick and simple. All you have to do first is to remove low-tack tape and then take your scissors and the job will be done. So when this is ready, then you have to color in your focal element. If you haven't seen Polkadoodles website, I do encourage you to have a look. They've got absolutely amazing, cute, adorable digi-stamps. And if you sign to the newsletter, you will get lots of amazing codes to use for your shopping. So when this is ready, it is time to use some alcohol markers. And I decided to use some grays for the hedgehog and with a little bit of color. In this case, it's going to be pale pink, but also I'm going to use some green to have a little bit of contrast later on. So if you like this color combo with gray, pink and green, please let me know in the comments down below. I think this is such a cute color combo, especially for female cards. If you agree, please let me know. So as you can see, this image comes together very quickly. And as I told you, I absolutely love digi-stamps from Polkadoodles. So if you haven't checked it yet, please go to the website. And I also leave the link where this project is there. So you can have a look what other crafters created with spring animals. I do encourage you to have a look. And if you like any of the cards on the blog post, please let me know which one is your favorite. I also wonder, what is your favorite spring animal? I think this hedgehog is just so cute and I couldn't resist. So I thought it would be perfect for someone who likes these animals, right? As you can see, adding that color, it is super simple, and this way all my elements are going to match on the card. And as I told you, it is time to add a little bit of green, because this way we're going to have beautiful contrast. It is a little bit subtle, but still our eye will be drawn there. It is time to add a little bit of Distress Oxide ink on all the edges, so this way all the elements will match, and I do encourage you to try that technique in your card making. Do you do that, or do you have your preferred color, Distress Oxide ink, to decorate all the edges? Please let me know in the comments down below. It's always a good idea to add it on all the elements so they will match, and then you can decide how much dimension do you like on your project. For this one, I'm going to use my one and only liquid glue, Magic Glue. It is time to add even more interest, so I'm going to use a cutting die from Crafter's Companion, and I use 300 GSM white multi-purpose card. And I'm going to use the same Distress Oxide ink in Kitsch Flamingo and decorate the edges, so this way as I told you, all the elements will match. So have you ever created a birthday card with a cute animal? If you have, please let me know which one is it. Now, just to make sure that all the elements match, yes, I'm going to say it again, I'm going to use a ribbon from my stash and I'm going to thread it through that die cut. Super quick and simple. As you can see, this ribbon is very narrow, so it is easy. But if you have wider ribbon, I encourage you to use a piece of low tack tape and put it at the end of your ribbon and create a small triangle. And this way it's going to be super easy to thread it through all those elements. So when this is ready, then you have to think, where do you want to put it on your card? And I encourage you to have a dry run first. Do you want it at the bottom, at the top, or maybe in the corner on a diagonal line? The choice is absolutely yours. To make sure everything is adhered properly, especially with a ribbon, I'm going to use my 3mm red liner tape. It's always a good idea to burnish it first before you peel off the backing, and that's exactly what I'm going to do with my pokey tool. So when this is ready, then you have to place it on your card, and it's always a good idea to actually wrap the ends on the other side. So this way you will have finished professional card. So please use that trick whenever you create any ribbon threading elements on your projects. So when this is ready, I decided to add double-sided tape on the back, because if you have thinner card, like in this case, it will really make a difference. It is time to cut some elements from the leftover pieces I've got from my previous project. So I do encourage you, keep those scraps. You can always use them for, as you can see, for some fussy cutting, or with the bigger piece here, you can stamp your image and then cut it out. So please keep them, because they're just so beautiful and no one likes waste, right? So I had a look at all the other elements I've got, and there are lots of flowers, and I think this design paper really matches the pink I use. If you agree, please let me know in the comments down below. So when these elements are ready, then you have to think, where do you want them on your card? So I do encourage you, always have a dry run before you start assembling all the elements. And when this is ready, yes, I'm happy with all the elements I've got, so it will be time to assemble them. And I also wonder, have you seen my previous video with Polkadoodles design? If you haven't, the link is at the top right corner. It is time for a sentiment, and in this case it is happy birthday. Of course it has to be, right? Because it is personalized birthday project. And I use my scissors. If you struggle to create a very smooth line, I encourage you to turn it over and then you will see how to cut it. Of course, I'm going to use the same Distress Oxide ink in Kitsch Flamingo. Yes, I'm going to say it again, just to make sure all the elements will match beautifully on my project. So it is time to put them together, right? So first we're going to start with the bigger panel, and as I told you, I'm going to use double-sided tape because it will make our front panel stronger, especially if you have a thinner card, and that's exactly what I use to print that digi background. So I do encourage you to use that technique. Then you can use your pokey tool to peel off the backing, and always use a few drops of liquid glue. Trust me, it doesn't take that much time, but it will make a massive difference whenever you create beautiful projects, because they will last forever. Also, if you haven't seen my previous video with how to turn stencils into shaped cards, please check the link at the top right corner. And now it is time to put our amazing hedgehog in the focal point and place all the flowers. It is always a good idea to have something in the corners. So our eye will go from one side and then on a diagonal line to the other corner. So I do encourage you to use that layout whenever you create any of the projects. Now I'm going to use double-sided foam adhesive for a sentiment. I thought it would be a good idea if it stands out a little bit more. Do you do that with your sentiments, or do you like them flat? Please let me know in the comments down below. And what's really good about this card, you can post it, because as you can see, it is totally flat. It's always a good idea to put some few drops of liquid glue and use your pokey tool to peel off the backing, and our card will be nearly finished. But it is time to add a little bit more embellishments, and in this case I'm going to use some white pearls, because I thought that will be very elegant, especially for this card. So as you can see, the pearls are ready, and I decided to add a little bit more sparkle, and in this case I'm going to use Spectrum Noir clear overlay. I absolutely love it, and when it dries it is even better. So whenever you create your projects, be patient. You will be amazed how it looks like when it's totally dry. Thank you so much for watching and spending that time with me. Don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. If you're new, I'm very close to 500 subscribers, so I wanted to say massive thank you to everyone. Have a wonderful day and see you in my next video. Bye for now!